Welcome back, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to today's episode of Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Oh, Jesus. I've never even seen that show.
Jesus saves. You're a fucking liar.
On TV, I mean, I've seen a clip of Whose Line is it anyway?
Whose line is it anyway?
Yeah.
You've never...
People say it's funny. I mean, the top 10 reel, I guess, it has some funny moments. But I don't know the characters or anything. But I like improv in real life.
Yeah, it's all improv.
I went to an improv
actors.
show down here in Orlando. I think it's called SAC, like
S-A-C-K?
I don't think it's like not like ball sack. It's like SAC or something.
You have to say ball sack. It's like there's potato sacks, there's dice sacks, there's
no.
Ball sack is probably the most famous.
Yeah, I thought of ball sack first. I think it's most well known. I think if you said potato sack, people go, why did they choose potato sack?
Well, because you have potato sack races, you keep your potatoes in a potato sack. Otherwise, ball sacks are just holding your tiny little balls. Remember the comparison we had if ice is sand?
Yeah.
Your balls are the size of sand pebbles. All right, let's start this over.
Use this show. Cut this entire thing. Edit. Welcome, everybody, to episode 18 of...
Dude, we turned 18. We're legal.
Is this 18? This might be 19. Fuck the episode numbers. I think I'm getting rid of them.
We're getting rid of them.
I think so. Let me know if I did, because I don't know where this is going. Like,
tweet at us.
Part of me thinks I should keep the episode numbers, like not numbers. I like numbers to have like us to archive each episode, but we're just watching movies, and so people are going to watch these out of order, and it doesn't matter if they watch episode 16 before 17.
I don't think they're going to watch them out of order, but we want to not discourage watching them in whatever order, or whichever titles that you're interested in, the details and the descriptions, or maybe we just have a video that's really popular and that's the one that they go to first, and they can look at the other ones. But we can just let them know, hey, we stopped doing numbers, and you guys are more than encouraged to bounce around to whatever episodes you want. I certainly do.
Yeah, sometimes you're not even here.
I think I've watched like two of our videos.
Yeah, I watch every single one of our videos at least twice.
Yeah, I try to avoid them. Just too cringy.
That's good, yeah. Yeah, it does make me cringe.
Watching myself on.
Yeah. That makes me cringe, too.
Just kidding. I'm a beautiful person.
Inside.
Absolutely true.
But yeah, I mean, it's like, I don't want that ever to be a detractor. I mean, I want people to watch the episodes if you're curious about the movie or you've seen it already. And maybe I envision people, like, the way they consume YouTube content. If it's anything like me, you go to someone's page and you see all the movies they've done or reviewed or talked about in our podcast. And I want, like, if you've seen the movie already, watch our show about it. Maybe you agree with us. Maybe just interact and have fun with us and comment on it or whatever. I want to
emphasize the interaction part.
Yes.
Watch our video, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe.
No, don't even do that shit. Like, just honestly, I'd rather.
Subscribe.
I mean, I don't care. I'd rather
get that notification every time we get a new video up. You get a little blip on your phone or on your PC to let you know the Kuhlman Productions.
No, if people want to do that, feel free to, obviously. But like, people already know what to do. Like, if you're watching our page, have
you ever heard of YouTube? If you even got,
you know what to do. Like, and we're trying to grow because we want.
If you don't know what to do, we don't want you here anyway.
Well, we're just not going to capture you for the next time, Like, we're not going to have your attention moving forward. And I want to make this into something that is I want this to be a cool idea where people don't know.
It already is.
But
it's happening.
If people don't know what to watch, we can, like, here's a list of, like, 40 or 50 movies that you and I watched, and we're probably not going to do a bad movie.
You got it right here.
Yeah, you got a list there, but sometimes directed effort it's almost like word of mouth. If I tell you, hey, this movie was good, you're more likely to go see it. And let us.
Tweet at me and I'll send you the list.
Yeah, let us be your word of mouth people.
Phrasing.
I can't even with you, dude. I can't even.
Like, show that smile to the camera, dude. You can't shy behind your pop filter.
But as everyone already knows who's clicked on this, this is going to be about a movie that probably not many people have seen. It's Ad Astra.
Why'd you get louder?
I don't know. Sometimes I remind myself I gotta speak into a microphone.
Well, I think enunciating is probably going to be better for the audience versus blowing their eardrums. See? They got closer to the mic. If you talk quieter, they're more likely to be intently listening.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So today we saw Ad Astra with Brad Pitt, one of my favorite actors. And then we saw another movie, Knives Out. And I guess you watched Ad Astra because I got it from a red box, and you were like, "Hey, don't return that shit yet. Like, let me watch it."
I had intended on watching it.
Yeah.
Didn't realize that it was at the Redbox already. So the fact that you brought
It's
it
been there a
home
while.
reminded me that I wanted to watch it. Yeah. I mean, it came out probably in January or December. I think it was January, and it kind of went under the radar, as most movies do, I would say, in the beginning of
This
the year.
one especially.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure if it was in theaters.
It was.
Okay.
I have people who told me about it, and I didn't go.
It seems like such a weird movie for a large actor like Brad Pitt to be in.
I mean, not just Brad Pitt. There was what's her name, or what's his name? Men in Black. I have no idea of his name. I
Oh
can't
no,
even guess.
he's in No Country for Old Men.
Yeah. Our viewers are shooting us right now.
They're killing us.
Wait, you guys know about movies, but you don't know the actors?
Oh.
Yeah, sorry. We talking about the concepts. We get the
Yeah.
details wrong sometimes. We'll have
Tommy Lee Jones.
silent high five so we don't pop the filters.
You don't have a pop filter. Here, high five me over here.
Oh no!
Edit that in post.
That's not gonna happen.
That's not gonna happen. Zach.
Anal.
Dude, save that for the end.
You touched the mic literally 4 or 5 times.
Whatever.
Post.
Edit and post. Intern, get on it.
So we're talking about 2 interesting movies today.
Yeah.
One being Ad Astra, or do we just not even want to mention the other one until we're done with this one? That
No.
way, if we want to cut this in half and make it into
No.
2 episodes, really, like Jesus, just breaking bread and
Oh.
breaking bread and feeding millions.
That's what we're doing here.
Really milk it for all it's worth.
At least dozens.
5 loaves into 10,000.
No, the other movie was Knives Out.
Oh yeah. I like how you asked me before this episode started. Hey, do you actually remember what happened? Yes, it's a very memorable movie. I've told people, I've uttered the sentence at work and around friends that Knives Out was probably my 3rd favorite movie from last year.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Endgame,
Endgame?
Joker, Knives Out.
Yeah. I'll put Joker at the top of the list.
Yeah.
And I'm drawing a blank on what came out last year. Like, if you gave me
Tweet
a
at
list,
us.
I don't think jokes like that are funny.
I know you don't,
I
but
really
they
don't-
do. That's
I
not.
don't-
It's
I
not
don't
for you.
think
It's
so.
for there.
I would go shut the fuck up. Like, get to the content. Like,
Skip.
yeah.
That's why we put time stamps. So you can
Yeah. We need to do that shit.
the things that Michael has to do just keep
What?
getting higher.
Well, it's just not worth doing. Like, it's more worth just actually sitting down and pounding out the episodes that.
Oh, I pound it out. I don't sit down though.
What do you stand on the toilet?
That wasn't very good. Joe List would be disappointed.
Yeah.
You can't even get past how bad it was. Literally.
Sometimes I'm ashamed of what comes out of my mouth.
You should be ashamed of what goes in your mouth too. That was a good
I'm
setup.
setting you up,
you
dude.
You bunted me. You, That's not the right term either. Baseball. You set me.
I did like an underhand.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like tossed you, gave you an easy one.
Gave me a knuckleball.
Set the pins up and you knocked them down.
You like knuckles under ball.
Well said.
Holy shit, this is going downhill fast. It's okay,
Oh,
we're gaining
jeez.
speed. We're gaining speed.
You know,
Getting back
you
into
know
the
what's
swing of
funny
it.
though is that as downhill, like as much of a fire as this podcast would possibly go, you and me are such good friends that like I don't give a shit. Like we're all good. We'd get off these mics and go, that was a train
You
wreck.
said
All
it,
right.
You said it 25 seconds ago. We're grinding it out, so
Grinding
we're
it
gonna
out.
keep grinding. Imagine a sword
Yeah.
that you're trying to like really polish and really get through this, and you just take a huge hammer and smack it right in the middle. All right, start over, boys.
Oops. We'll do that
Hey,
one
try
again.
this out in the field. Let me know how it goes.
Hey, I mean, look,
Blunt objects work pretty well in the battlefield. You always see
do they?
the mountain with a giant ass hammer or axe or something. You don't always have to have that.
You know what I
perfect,
like? A morning
sharp
star.
Samurai. Really?
A morning star. That would be my weapon of choice. Due to my large frame and massive biceps, I'd be able to wield it
Will you just be spinning like a shot put or what?
into people's skulls. Yes.
Steer clear of Michael, he's coming out! Everyone just makes parts of the way so you can come out and you're just spinning around.
Put it this way: the music would stop when I enter the battlefield. Okay, it would go.
Would it get real tense?
Real tense.
Or would it be like Troy when he steps onto the field and he
Yeah.
starts running?
Yeah.
I don't know why I made that sound when he runs, but
Yeah. That was a badass scene. That's the scene that
was.
stands out. When you asked me the other day, like, "Hey, you seen this movie?" I was like, or like, "Did you like this movie?" I was like, "Yes." And I was thinking about that scene. Just runs in and just, and then keeps on going, and the guy just collapses.
how many battles? Oh, that's probably a dumb question. I'm gonna rewind.
Okay, so don't actually ask it. But what was your question?
I was like, how many battles do you think in history were actually decided by
Like one person?
one-on-one duels that were accepted by both sides, and the other side's like, oh, we lost. No,
Oh.
fuck you, we're still coming.
Well, the thing about like the Civil War, right, was that most people like were deserters because they didn't believe in going to war with other people of the same country.
Yeah, they're fighting with their own neighbors
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah. Whereas like the Revolutionary War, you probably had less deserters because it's like, hey, fuck
Fighting
these
for my tea, bro.
English people. Yeah.
Get
like-
off my tea tax, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting little history tidbits.
I would say that's more of a movie thing than probably real life.
What? Oh, one-on-one battles.
Yeah.
Being actually honored
Decided.
and deciding.
Yeah.
I
But
think
maybe.
the scene for Troy that stands out for me is what's her name? In the castle.
I want to say Keira Knightley, but that's not correct.
Not correct.
That was
I
the
have no idea her name.
that was the lady who was in National Treasure. She's got like a German ass name.
She's got a German ass too.
Does she?
Yeah, that's the scene in the Troy.
Oh, you're thinking of
It's not my favorite scene. I'm trolling you. My favorite scene is probably when his protege dons his armor and goes out into battle for him, gets killed,
Yeah. That was a badass scene.
sets the
I just
rage.
like that the whole battle was like on a beach. Like that was fascinating to me.
It's true to history, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
This is a
I
really
w-
cool movie. 3
I was
hours. I was like fascinated the whole time. Those are my favorite kind of timepieces. That's why Gladiator always makes the top of my list.
Yeah.
Because that time period is,
And 300.
oh yeah, super interesting.
I read the comic for 300.
I didn't know there was a comic.
Yeah, it's all based
Zack
on a
Snyder?
graphic novel. Yeah, Zack Snyder wrote it, illustrated it. Let's just lie. Let's just say Zack Snyder did like everything. I don't know why the fuck he's the number one most talked about director on this
And
show.
it's all mixed, right? There's no like landslide of like, oh, this guy's great or this guy's horrible.
Yeah, it's either we
always-
bring a friend on who shits all over Zack Snyder.
he's not
Shout
coming
out,
back.
Stephen Andreu.
He asked me today. He's like, "Hey, when's your next podcast?" I was like, "Actually, today." He's like, "When can I get on the next one?" I was like, "Dude, it's not your podcast. Back up." No, that's not what he
Back
said.
off, dude. Stop asking. You're always fucking asking us. No, that's especially funny because he doesn't. He's like, I don't want to ask you guys too much. Like, it's like, dude, we love you. It's
We would love to have you as often as you can make it.
let us know what, but don't if you say something nice. But if you liked him, let us know because Steven's got a good mind for all this. He's
No, you
great.
can shit on him. You can take it.
No, I'm saying the viewers.
That's what I mean. The viewers
Oh.
can shit on Steven. He can take it.
Yeah, he can take it.
Right.
But
You can't.
If you don't like them,
Keep that shit to yourself.
We'll probably ignore that. So
just delete it.
We'll probably just like not. Yeah.
It's like Google reviews. That's a bad review. We're gonna go ahead and remove that one.
What were we just talking about?
Movies.
Oh, that really narrowed it down for me.
Troy.
Steven Andreu. Oh, Zack Snyder with the 300. That's
yeah.
what. Yeah. So that was written by Frank Miller, Sin City guy.
Okay.
Yeah. The graphic novel was good, but like, I don't know. I like the movie better.
Oh yeah.
And actually, in Sin City, they have like a scene where they talk about the Battle of Thermopylae or whatever. Thermopylae, but it's like in a Sin City story, they just have a cutaway of that happening. They just have like a one line or one page dedicated to it, and then he went and it must have been like on his mind for a long time,
right?
And then a couple years later, I guess he wrote 300. So
sweet.
Frank Miller's awesome. I love his artwork, his style.
Such a good
lot of
movie.
ink.
I have a story from from high school. One of my friends was really into the movie. We went and saw it, and we saw it in theaters, probably really close to opening. And as soon as we were done with the movie, we saw another showing. We're walking out of the theater, and we saw another showing of the same movie. And so we kind of like walked in, and I didn't know what my friend was gonna do. And I think it was like a really quiet scene. Maybe the narrator was talking or something and finishing his speech, and my friend goes, he does the the war cry of the Trojan.
Spartans.
Yeah. Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, that's embarrassing.
Yeah,
anyway,
whatever.
he does the war cry. He goes, "Oh!" in the middle of the theater, really quiet. He's just like on the side. We're not sitting down anywhere. You can't really see us.
Oh my God.
Oh.
Fuck your friend, dude.
I walked out so fast, dude. I was like, I don't know him. I don't know why I came in here with you.
Dude, we had a shouter in Deadpool. Wanted to go see that.
Shouter.
A shouter. Yeah, Deadpool! And everyone's cheering. He kind of led the room though. That was a cool showing actually. Everyone was hyped for. We watched like the midnight showing.
He's probably on something.
Oh, for sure, 100%.
100%.
Because we're in Florida, A. And B.
What does Florida have to do with it?
A lot of people are fucked up in our state. I don't know if you go outside a lot.
No.
No?
Tend to stay away from the Florida men and women.
Yeah, dude. It's real. You come down here, it's not all Disney and happiness.
And beaches.
Even in Disney, there's some crazies.
Oh, yeah. There's more crazies in Disney because that's why everyone comes to Orlando. There's nothing else here.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're an hour away from beaches. The city is cool, but it's not like we got poppin' clubs or the Orlando city sucks and the Magic is kind of garbage in the last couple of years.
Yeah. Yeah, and we're not known for our teams.
And who the hell has a Florida hockey team? I don't even know. The Penguins?
I think actually, like ours was good. The Solar Bears.
Solar Bears.
They were good or something. I don't know anything about them. I just heard.
Let's ask Joe List. Hey,
oh yeah, he's into hockey, right? Our good friend Joe List, New York comedian, close pals with them. Come on, anytime.
We do hangs all the time.
Yeah, we hang out.
Tuesdays and stories.
Tuesdays are stories.
It is Tuesday for us too, dude. Look at that.
Look at that. Oh no,
we're filming on Tuesday.
We're competing. All the viewers that like them and us the same. But they won't release it a couple days from now.
Are you gonna get a Tuesdays shirt?
I don't know if I could wear a Tuesdays shirt.
Why not?
It's not that I'm insecure, but
that's the first thing that comes to mind.
It seems like it's funnier, and then you go out and do it, and it's like, oh, nobody really gets it. They all just think I'm weird.
Yeah, but it's not for anyone else. It's for you. And people come up and ask you questions. Hey, what is that? And you get to explain. It's the point of merch. We're going to get our merch, and it's going to be too small to fail.
Too small. Too small to fail. Too small to disappoint.
We're just going to get the eye of the emblem of your channel name.
Yeah.
Hey, what's that? I don't know. Actually, don't check us out.
Yeah. Yeah. I made a Kuhlman Productions Twitter.
It's Kuhlman Productions?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I called our Instagram Kuhlman and Corey.
Awkward.
It's okay. I'm in control of it.
That's good. Don't go rogue.
I can do what I want.
Can you show male nipples on Instagram?
Yes.
That video up there is still blurred. Of you the entire time, all the way through. I don't know how to fix it, so I'm just not gonna worry about it. It's just funny.
The whole video is blurred.
The whole video is you're just blurred, and it's funny because you move. Like, I'm just talking to a blur.
You told me not to go rogue. You just went rogue on me. Why can't just show him?
Yeah, you're right. Okay, you can go rogue one time.
That hurts.
You could definitely show male nipples on Instagram, right?
Yeah.
Okay, because on Twitch you can't.
Yeah, we've had the discussion.
Yeah, but probably
They haven't read
this
haven't
one
listened
fucker watching hasn't.
listened to that episode. We have to rehash. By the way, my name's Corey. This is Michael.
Yeah. Oh, by the way,
we're doing a movie podcast.
Are we
don't
though?
talk about movies, but it's not even
we
a podcast.
dropped like 3 in there, but
we can't tell if this is a show or a podcast.
We can't tell either. Tell us. You tell us what it is.
Can you classify us? Tag us, like on Steam.
Yeah, I want other people to tell, like, what do they tell other people that we are or that we do?
Do you put hashtags on YouTube? You definitely do.
I
right?
should.
In the description.
Definitely good idea.
Yeah, get a little bit more hits.
Search result. Google.
Nice marketing degree, bro.
Nice. Google is the second most searched thing on the internet. Like, the search bar. More people type in searches to that bar than YouTube is number 1, and then Google is number 1, YouTube is number 2.
Well, because their default browser is.
No, just
Google?
If you're going to search something online, statistically, you're most likely to do Google.
Right.
Second most is YouTube.
I see.
Search for a topic or
Guess
whatever.
who owns both of those?
Jeff Bezos.
No. Google.
No. Google. Yeah.
Did you see that video about Jeff Bezos' rice comparison with
Yeah.
money to rice?
Yeah. Hey, that's bullshit.
What? I don't
Like,
think he has all that money.
I don't.
It's all tied up in the company, and
Well, I bet she does have that money, but who cares if other people are rich? It's not like the video almost implied it was like a bad thing. It's like, yeah, he does a lot of shit that nobody else is gonna do.
yeah.
Like, we gotta stop
I just
shitting
thought it
on
was an interesting
billionaires.
comparison
So
to be able to visualize it.
I voted for Bernie, and we should stop shitting on billionaires. Though I hold both those opinions.
You seem
No.
like a conflicted man.
No.
Bernie doesn't stand for millionaires, billionaires.
Yeah, he wants to tax people. I'm for that. But also,
Gets the people going.
I don't know. I could explain it, but not right now. I don't want to.
You don't like the planet right now?
Planet?
Oh, I thought that's what you said.
No, I could explain it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Remember that enunciated thing I said about?
Yeah, sorry, guys. I'm really drunk. Kind of slurring my words.
Canceled.
Canceled.
We just got canceled. Can we get canceled? No.
We're too small to get canceled. No one. You got to have people, like, looking at you to cancel.
But could I go in as a viewer and flag this video for you saying you're drunk on
Interesting.
camera?
I don't think it's bad to be drunk on a show. That's not against user service terms of use.
Make sure you put a spoiler that you're drunk.
I'm not, though. That'd be lying.
But you said you were.
I lied.
Oh. Does that make you a liar?
My shorts are on fire.
Because you don't have pants on. I get it.
Yeah, Florida man. What?
What are we doing? Oh, the timestamp for the real video starts now. And Ad Astra. So,
What does Ad Astra mean?
I have no fucking clue.
It's Latin.
Okay.
To the star. To the stars. I don't know if it's plural or not, but I'm pretty sure it's to the star.
It'd be Ads Astra.
No. Ad
If it was to the stars. Or Ad
Astri.
Astri.
I believe so.
Astra's better.
Ad Astra sounds like the proper movie title. You know, I saw the poster of it, like the DVD cover for this movie, and it just shows Brad Pitt kind of looking sad in an astronaut get up
Get up.
and spacesuit.
Space Force.
Trump!
We're sending such mixed signals, dude. We're just trying to appeal to all of our audiences.
We're trying to grab everybody.
Retards, straight people, the gays,
Bernie
non-Americans.
bros, rich people, poor people. Except for Dollar Theater people. We kind of lost those people. I shit on those. I looked around, these scum around me.
We don't want your kind around here anyway.
Get out of here. If you've ever been in a dollar theater, you don't belong. I don't even mean that.
So
I'm just
alienating, dude.
Right. I gotta be nicer.
Our viewers are dropping by the second.
No, I gotta use your line where, oh no, they like it. That's why they come.
There you go, dude. Finally catching on.
Yeah. But the I didn't know if this was like a space movie, looking at the poster, or if it was like, I couldn't tell if he was on a planet or if he was on the moon. And if you were doing a trailer for this movie,
So the space suit didn't give away that it was
what?
out space.
I figured it was a sci-fi, but I didn't know if he was on a spaceship or if it was like Interstellar.
But if he's on a spaceship, would you still consider that to be a space movie?
Yeah, idiot.
So I'm then confused why you were confused.
I was confused because I didn't. Sorry for calling you an idiot. I just think it's.
Don't
sometimes
apologize.
it, sometimes it hits. Sometimes it's really funny. It's if you crack up laughing, it's like hilarious.
But if I don't, you're like, oh, I feel
Oh,
bad.
that was kind of rough. Abrasive.
It's my favorite word to describe you.
Yeah, accurate. I don't know, the trailer for like Interstellar. I knew what was gonna happen.
Yeah, but you said so. You're comparing two things now. You're talking about that trailer for Interstellar versus the DVD.
But I'm
cover
thinking,
for Ad Astra.
how the trailer for Ad Astra. It's kind of Brad Pitt alone for a lot of the movie, so it looks sort of boring. Like
Right.
I thought I was gonna get this movie and be disappointed by it.
Yeah,
And I was very surprised that it was as good as it was.
solid.
It was a solid movie.
Right.
Way better than Moon. Have you seen that one?
Yeah. Do you think that's a space movie or a moon movie?
Yeah. Moon is a space movie.
Oh, okay.
The moon is in space.
We're in space. Are we a space movie every time we?
You ever heard of space is fake? That conspiracy theory?
Mm-mm.
There's some
people who don't believe.
It's
that
like
we
all
can get to space.
all the people that got rejected out of the Earth is Flat club started Space is Fake.
Wait, what conspiracy can we start now?
I listened to an hour-long podcast on Jeffrey Epstein. And why
Pivot.
well, that's conspiracy theory.
Oh, okay.
And this guy posits
we
that
weren't following you, but we are now.
okay. This guy posits that he was like part of an intelligence agency for either the US government or another country, and he was just getting dirt on like prominent members of society, like Bill Clinton and other people, Kevin Spacey, Baby Driver. That was his last movie before he got canceled. But anyway,
Poor guy.
he did nothing wrong. Unless he did, I don't know. I don't actually know.
I can't stand by that. Air out.
Do you want to sit by that statement?
Nope.
Oh.
I unfortunately.
It is
don't-
hot as shit in here.
I unfortunately don't have a choice. The air's on.
I feel like this episode's going awful. I feel like I've directed us in a bad direction.
Why?
I don't know.
You gonna take full blame for that?
Yeah.
They can't see the door open anyway. Busted.
The incense smells nice.
Yeah, it does.
Where is it?
You're welcome.
Is it outside?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah, if it was in here, we'd be smoked out.
420. The point of what I was saying with all that, with Ad Astra, is that I thought it was going to be a boring movie, just based on the marketing that I saw.
Okay. Yeah, they didn't spend their money on marketing. They spent it all on Brad Pitt.
Literally, that's it, because this seemed like a fairly inexpensive movie.
Yeah.
But
effective.
good.
Right.
Really good.
They put their money to good use instead of being superfluous and kind of
They were
sugarcoating
regular fluous. They were not superfluous.
Superfluous.
Anyway,
Say it.
superfluous.
There you go. Close enough.
That was good, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. That was better than you thought it was going to be.
I thought you'd get it easily, but you didn't.
Oh, you thought it was going to be a cinch.
I thought you were easy.
Hard to get. You got to
Oh.
play hard to get. That's how the girls like you.
I'll remember that.
Yeah, you playing too easy to get right now.
True.
Yeah, swiping on all the whales. Corey, tell us about your Tinder experiences.
No.
Dude, throwback to episode 2.
No way.
Yeah.
I don't have Tinder experiences anymore.
Yeah, you don't.
I've resolved to be single forever. And I wouldn't say single, but I have resolved that I don't need companionship, that type of companionship in my life right now.
Yeah. How long do you give that? A couple years?
So whenever. There's no goal. It'll come when it comes. As soon as I stop searching, usually things show up.
Yeah. Well, yes and no, right? You also got to like almost say to the universe, this is my intention, this is what I'd like, and then kind of because you're focused and you're directionally minded, you go in that way.
Yeah.
So you kind of got to put it out there if you want to find someone or if you want to be.
Yeah. When that time comes, I'll let everyone know.
Let the universe know.
I'll make a Facebook post.
Yeah. Hey, what do you think about meditation?
I should practice it more.
Yeah? Do you feel centered?
Yeah.
You're pretty zen, dude.
Already, naturally.
Yeah.
So it's hard to meditate when I'm always meditating.
You don't like want a lot of stuff.
I'm not a very needy person.
Yeah. I would say I don't want a lot of stuff either, but there are things that I want, and if I don't get them, I get a little grumpy. Meditation would probably help with that.
I agree.
Yeah. I think it's great, though. Doing yoga. You ever done yoga? Hot yoga?
Hot yoga. One time.
Yeah.
It was an experience.
Was it good?
It was enjoyable. Not something that I would like actively do all the time, but every once in a while. Have you ever done a sensory chamber? Sensory deprivation?
So, I had the opportunity to do so.
You had?
And I
or
passed
have?
it up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I had it.
Gotcha.
My sister. Shout out. Isabella. Love you.
Love you too.
You can say that. You know her long enough.
I like the second of calculated. Yeah, that's
I've never been that type of brother with my little sisters. I've never been like that.
What? Where you say I love you?
That too, but that gets us down. Oh man, but that's because I'm not I love you person. Although I do love people.
You're a hater.
I love you, Corey.
Love you too.
Too much time. You gotta say it.
What? It wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't as effective because I hesitated.
Yeah. I love you.
What do you say to someone who says I love you, but you don't want to say it back? You're not ready to say it back yet.
What context are we talking?
Mm,
Like you start dating a girl and she says that to you?
Well, what other context would there be? You think the first time you ever hear I love you from, I guess if you've like never met your father or
Yeah.
but yeah, the context is assumed that it's someone you've
I don't know, because
seeing
I'm kind of that person that has troubles saying I love you to people, even though I love them.
Is that because you hold it to a different? Do you hold the word love to a different standard that you want to keep it special, or is it?
Yeah, I'm
you
just
hold a certain feeling for it, and you're not gonna say it until you actually have that feeling.
Yeah, it's definitely a powerful word in the right context. But to me, I think it's just my own like scared to give myself to other people. Like I love lots of people, but on a very surface level. But then choosing my friends, which like my inner circle of friends, it's you put yourself in a vulnerable state. Like I almost don't want to invest my time and effort and energy in a lot of people. And I love seeing other people that can do that really easily, but I don't want to set myself up for disappointment. So it's
I don't love a lot of people. Most people, I was actually talking with someone today at work. Most people I would consider to be like acquaintances, and it takes a little bit of camaraderie and conversation and having a hang and multiple other things, as much as I can get until I move on from acquaintance and you move into my kind of friend circle. But my friend circle doesn't necessarily have to be small, but I don't just assume that, I work with you or that we hang out all the time, that, we're friends. I may call you that, and it's okay if you assume that, but when it really comes down to it, if I had to write a list of friends,
it would be like pretty short.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I'm the same way.
But I welcome people. It's
Yeah.
not,
Oh,
I love putting my energy into other people, and
a lot of people would call you a friend.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people. Like we go play Magic on FNM. You're like distracted by how many people you have to say hello to, and I like all those people, almost to the same degree. But I'm not as like say hello. But everyone wants to talk to you, and you talk to everybody, and I don't even know what you say. Most of the time, it's like nothing beyond.
Nothing
What's up,
substantial.
dude? Like
squad.
Yeah. Yeah, like you'll run in and
Shout out to Joe and Zeke.
yeah, and you're like squad buddies, Apex Legends, and you like run and give them all a hug, and everyone's like staring, like what? And you're just like you don't care. So, but that's good that you kind of have, you can turn it on, and then you can, I don't want to say turn it off, but then you also have that other layer that's like a meaningful layer of really close people that you can.
I can go to a bar with a friend, have a couple drinks, and really get into, the nitty gritty of like, what do you actually think about things, and talk philosophy and life, and
Yeah.
get more details, and if there's a connection, it doesn't have to be like male to female.
Yeah.
But if there's a connection, then, if we click and we work well together, and I think there's a friendship to be had, then
I kind of
get the stamp of approval.
I want more of that. Like I want more friendships like that, but then I'm so caught up with other stuff that I don't have the energy to do it, and I wish I did. I wish I had more time
it
to
does take
myself.
a lot. Like anytime that I have those interactions, I come back for an F&M, I want to be left alone.
Yeah.
Like I exert a lot of energy being social,
Mhm.
or being that kind of like
Mm-hmm.
hyper extroverted. Because
Mhm.
normally I'm, content to be by myself, but not too much. So I've found a balance. I used to be hyper introverted, didn't really like socializing, but I've kind of like moved my bar towards
People
the
are
middle.
super valuable to have around. They tell you things about yourself that you're like, I didn't even think I needed that, but I actually did need that from you.
Yep.
Like I really play off other people. I want, like if I'm pissing you off or I'm doing something, I want you to tell me, or I want you to give me feedback of, like I work with that.
Make sure the viewers, you write comments in for Michael.
Yeah.
You've had 18 opportunities to look at.
Dude, we are still having a giveaway. No one's watching this far in, but I'm just saying, like, we got Assassin's Creed Origins, still yours. Anybody who wants it. Code right there. Can they see that? They might be able to zoom in on
take
that
the
one.
code. But
Yeah. Don't even leave a comment.
yeah. Wait, the code doesn't work. I
Got
got it for
redeemed.
free.
Yikes. Hopefully it doesn't happen.
It won't.
It won't.
The camera's too blurry.
Yeah.
The camera's too blurry to be able to pick up those
Yeah.
letters.
But I think it's an important part. I'll tell you this though. I think at this age, it's probably easier than ever to find friends than years past. Like I know a lot of millennials are
I disagree.
a bunch of lonely bitches, but you think it's hard?
Yeah.
But it's also the people you hang out with and go to work with.
No, I'm generalizing.
You're
I'm
generalizing?
I'm not speaking from my personal experience. I think generally, as late 20s, early 30s, our generation, it is harder for people to make friends.
Sure.
In my context of the word.
Yeah, I flip it on its head. I'm like, there's so many opportunities to go out and meet with people I would never otherwise would have. Like, I
think technology and the phone and the TV and all the things that we can do by ourselves is, I think it was, I think the thing that you're talking about was more prevalent in the past. Opportunities to go to the bar, to go hang out. You didn't have a phone to
People
go.
actually hung
you
out.
Literally had to go somewhere in order
yeah,
to have
but
an
I
interaction with
find I
someone.
can find people with the same interests as me and connect with them,
Sure,
even
it's-
however brief. Just
Maybe it's more effective now, but I think there were still more opportunities. In the
I don't.
past.
I'm just saying. I was lonelier in my 20s, like early, like 19, 20, 21, 22, than at any point in the last 5 years.
Yeah, but that's just because of where you were in life at that point.
Yeah. So that's been my journey through it. Yeah. Yeah.
I think most people would agree with me.
Yeah.
The older
You're probably right.
The older you get, the harder it is to make quality friends.
Yeah. I found it easier to do so, though. You just talk about what people like, and you just do lots of listening.
Yeah. Well, I would hope so, because that would mean you're not learning from your interactions with people and figuring out what you deem important in what kind of characteristics and personality a person has, and whether or not you want to actually spend energy with them. So
you know what I've been doing too? Like really practicing letting go of judgment of others. So if I'm worried, I used to be so worried, as we all have been, of what does a group of people think about me.
Mm-hmm.
It's really easy if you just let go of that.
Mm-hmm.
They probably think I'm this or that or some negative thing. So be it. And chances are they probably don't, or if they did, it was a momentary thought, because that's how you are with other people.
Shaking a lot. You got a shake weight on the table.
Definitely don't. That's for later. That's in the premium. You gotta pay for that video.
Up to the Patreon.
We should do that. Just release videos with shake weights, dude.
Send all our bloopers on there. All our TikTok videos.
Oh
all
man.
One of them.
Yeah.
So, does the cockroach one count as a TikTok video?
No, but we definitely could make it a TikTok.
You're right.
Corey
Some
Roach Hunter.
Real proper edits. I'm doing the stream next week at my job. And damn it, there was a point I wanted to make, and then I saw you drinking water. It distracted me because now I'm thirsty.
What about doing a stream? Does it have anything to do with what we were talking about before this?
Yeah, probably something about a roach.
Like friendship or
no,
never
mind.
TikTok and the premium content and all right, we'll just let it hang.
Yeah,
cool.
I try to fill the dead space while you're drinking water. But why? Oh my god, this giant ass bottle.
In all our friendship and in these episodes talking about the filler of dead space, do you talk about the king? I am the number one.
Of letting dead space hang?
No, filling the dead space.
Oh.
You're the dead space hanger. Hanger honor.
I don't even want to address your English right now. We're educated. All right, Ad Astra?
Ad Astra. Dude, I described this movie to you as like Interstellar, but chill. No? Shaking your head?
I just think there's like totally different motivations for the main character, and that changes the premise of the movie for me. So in Interstellar, spoilers!
If you haven't seen Interstellar,
Rethink your life.
rethink everything you're doing.
Surprised it's not on our list yet, but we'll get to it.
I mean, it's on the
eventually.
list of
Well, I mean,
to be-
on our already done
on
list.
a to-did
Yeah,
list.
To-did list.
To
Or
diddle.
No, we're not high five. No. Voted yesterday. That came up. It was great, and we'll let that one. We'll just
let it hang.
we'll hold on to that nugget.
That'll just be
in our little ride. But in Interstellar, McConaughey is holding on to like his idea of saving his family, and kind of a greater sense of him, of the planet, whereas Brad Pitt in Ad Astra, he wants to do it just because he specifically wants his dad, and he even like says the word like they're kind of like tricking me, like I don't have a choice, whereas McConaughey is kind of like asked, he's given the option like, hey, we could use your help, you're a great pilot, blah blah blah, do this for your daughter, do this for your son, and he kind of knows that he's not coming back kind of thing, and it ends up that he does, but I don't know. They're similar only because they're in space.
What do you think Brad Pitt's motivations were in this movie?
It's selfish.
Okay.
He wanted to see his dad after 20 years or whatever it was.
I think he was kind of set up as a character that's really good from the beginning, really good at compartmentalizing.
Yeah, he's a resting heart rate of like 78 for his whole life or something.
No, of like 40. Like he opens up, he's like, I got 8.2 hours of sleep, no bad dreams. And as soon as he says no bad dreams, it flicks back to a flashback of his wife leaving him, like divorced. And then he says like resting heart rate, 47 BPM. And it's like
he's reporting this to like an AI controlled. What I would assume to be an AI controlled. Maybe this like
some sort of device that tracks his state.
You know
he has
what
to report on.
What at some point I was like, he's recording these like what do they call them, psych tests, and whatever he said is translated. Someone else, a human, reads it and then gives a response back. But since they try not to be personal in the military, or what they think is personal in the future military, whatever the
space
psychologist, Space Command, whatever Space Command's psych ward or whatever, whoever's listening and reading his data, they give a response and it comes out as that Siri voice.
You think so?
Instead of like,
it seemed like an automated response.
No, because at one point he said something and the system was like processing your response, and so I took that as to be like, oh well, maybe the human component instead of just spitting something out like an automated thing would do.
Yeah, but if we could like in this world like commercially fly to the moon, we probably would have the same technology so that Siri or whatever the speak back to you computer system would be very sophisticated. It'd be able to have a conversation, almost conversationally speak back to you.
I don't necessarily think that's true. I would hope it's not true. I
think that's going to come before commercial flights to the moon.
An AI intelligence capable of analyzing the human psyche?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, and talking back to you and telling you if it's good or not in a conversational tone.
You want to make a bet on air?
Yeah. I'll give you 1,000 yen.
It's like $10.
It's like a buck.
I don't think that we'll ever have that type of. Not in our lifetime. That type of technology.
What do you mean? We're like almost there. We're like we have Google Homes that you talk to.
Artificial intelligence will be able to analyze the psyche of people and be effective at it. I don't think in our lifetime. I think there'll always be. I think there always will be, and also adding my take on it is there should be a human component to analyzing another human.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Evaluating their psychic health.
I work in healthcare right now, and that's definitely like something they talk about is that we got to get back to like a nurse walks in and doing triage instead of like being on the computer typing in, okay, do you feel like, what are your symptoms? What are you here for? And then taking vitals, like, and just typing it in. It's like hand on the patient, talking to them. That's inescapable of having a person that actually like looks at you and gets you a blanket because I noticed you're shivering because you got body aches or whatever. So
I could see that.
Yeah.
That system I could see like progressing in a way of like you walk in and you just have Google glasses and everything's recorded. That way, whatever information the nurse found, they can go back and, rewatch it, or it's already been processed and ready for her as soon as she walks out of the room, and she didn't have to do the manual input of data into a laptop in order to get vitals and all that information.
It kind of reminds me of the movie Her.
Yeah.
So you think that's not going to be around?
No.
Soon, or ever?
Well, Her ended up being a real person. Did you watch the movie?
Yeah, but that's a major spoiler, bro. I don't want people to watch our thing where just name a random movie and just spoil it.
Does that have Joaquin Phoenix in it too?
Yeah, it has the Joker.
Really? Was it?
Yeah. 100%.
You're right. It's a good movie from 2010.
Great movie. Yeah. Did not expect that to be such a good movie.
Fact check me.
Spike Lee.
Interesting. Learn something new every day.
Maybe it was Spike Jones. One of the two.
He's lying.
You guys got Google.
He's a liar.
Spike Jones?
What did you think about Brad Pitt's dad? Tommy Lee Jones.
Oh, yeah. So his motivations, right. Kind God bless you if you're with us the entire time. If you haven't clicked away, holy shit, you're awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you. Big shout out to you. Assassin's Creed Origins, if you drop a comment.
Leave a comment. No, yeah. Oh. First comment gets it?
Yeah, dude. Anybody who talks to me gets it. Like, anybody at all. You type in yo, I'll give it to you. But Brad Pitt's like, his whole thing is compartmentalizing, but then he realizes that on this journey to try to find his father, who's been missing for like 16 years or 19 years or something, like, he realizes that the whole journey is he's got to fix his brain and become more of a human, and less compartmentalizing. Like, he's got to get his emotional state. But then his father is actually the opposite of totally in on the mission, finding intelligent life. And can you what are you doing?
What is that? Oh, I thought that was the edge of the table. My bad.
You just distract me while I'm trying to
sorry.
talk. It's really bad for the
I'm sorry.
fucking
No
Jesus
one's
Christ.
listening anyway.
No one's listening. Thank God.
Just for practice. This is all just build up for episode 50. We're really
gonna try on that one. What are we doing?
We're talking about Ad Astra.
Talking about
Continue
Ad
your thought.
Astra.
Don't let me distract you.
But Tommy Lee Jones is like a single-minded. Like, it actually turned out that solar flares were coming from Neptune, so it's implied that he's
Can't be solar flares.
not solar flares. Yeah, flares that put electrical that were killing off people back on Earth.
They're killing people?
Yeah, like 43,000 people were dead.
Yeah,
Because Tommy Lee Jones killed off his crew because they were on a space exploration and they wanted to turn back or not go on with the mission. And he said, you guys got to compartmentalize. And so I had to let them go, do what's right for the mission. And so Brad Pitt sees that from his father and he says, I can't be like this. And so he ends up literally letting his father go, and he makes his way back to Earth. And he says, either I'm going to be celebrated or I'm going to be, like, destroyed reputationally for what I've done. And that's for the people to decide. Because he made some decisions that caused his crew to die,
killed themselves.
Yeah. Yeah. That was his motivations throughout the entire thing. Did you pick up on the same thing?
A few. At points. There was a lot of, like you said, it's a lot of Brad Pitt being alone on screen. And
I loved his narration.
Yeah, his narration of just images and recordings of him by himself in a ship while he's narrating, the things he's doing on the ship, his whole mental processes and stuff like that. So you get a lot of insight. So I think it's very going to be widely opinionated as far as like what his motivations are, and people are going to pick up on different things. Let us know in the comments what you guys think.
Really hitting that one hard today.
God damn it if you guys don't comment.
We're gonna quit.
Show must go on, I guess.
The whole movie was subtle, tense, and thought-provoking.
Thought-provoking as far as Brad Pitt's acting and narrating, or?
Yeah, it made me think. Provoked thoughts.
I see.
That's what I mean by
That's what that
thought-provoking.
means.
Oh. When you say it that way. No, it just was. It was like, it made me think, like, what would I be like if I was, if I had to do a job that required me to be relaxed and professional, but then I also wanted to see things. Like, it also was thought-provoking in different ways because it's sci-fi and it's just encouraging you to...
That's another difference with Interstellar. Interstellar got spacewalk and the science of the theory of what would happen out there down to like very minute details. Or this one kind of just like glazed over it a little bit. But it did have that interesting like moon scene where they're, going 40 miles per hour on the moon.
The moon is like a war zone in this movie. And so they get ambushed by some suppliers like pirates.
Right.
And that was a cool action chase scene. And it was like, it very much reminded me of the footage we have of the first spacewalk, and it's kind of quiet and eerie, and they made that into like an action scene. Yeah. It was a cool action scene.
Yeah. They're shooting with laser guns.
Pew, 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 pew.
Just like that.
Yeah.
Love the narration. Oh, we already said that. No jump cuts unnecessarily.
Yeah, there was actual scenes in this movie. So when you're watching a movie, look to see if they're just making jumps in the edits just to have jumps, because it's super easy to film a movie with no direction and just capture, like what we're doing now, capture whatever, like just add it and then we'll jump it around.
Yeah.
And that's easy.
Yeah.
But if you have a goal and a direction for every cut in the movie, when they transition from one cut to another, it flows together. That's what makes a really good well edited movie. And the direction before that, to set up the shot, and then we're going to go here, then we're going to go there, and you have to have cuts. You can't just have it in a continuous take. And this movie was really good about doing that.
I think most movies we've actually probably talked about
Yes.
share that trait of, we enjoy when the director, and I'd say probably everyone involved in the movie, is doing something deliberate. It's not just like, we're doing this because we got the money for it, or we got approved, or
but
passion kind of bleeds through.
But if you have a B movie where you're just trying to capture as much footage as possible, like Night of the Living Dead, it's a classic B movie. They had a hotel and they had it for like 3 days or something. Maybe it was like 3 weeks, but it was like a short amount of time. And while the mall was closed down, we got to film as much as possible. So they just had people with blood coming down, and like they were just filming whatever.
Yeah.
And that's like forgiven on it because
it's a B movie.
Yeah, that's it's still a classic or whatever.
Right.
But yeah, this movie, it had actual scenes. Like we set up, the point of this scene is like little mini movies. Like you have dialogue, you learn something occurs, a character does an action, there's a little bit of a climax, and then there's like fade out of the scene, next scene. Like, it's so nice to see that.
Yeah, it was very it flowed very well.
Yeah.
You had the highs and the lows kind of going until you got to the crux, instead of just like very jittery where it, jump back and forth and cuts, and here's the action scene, here's the slow scene, here's the action scene, here's the slow scene, jumping between characters and all that stuff.
And so like even
luckily we only had to watch Brad Pitt on this one. Really missed his ex-wife.
Yeah, was that Liv Taylor?
Yeah.
She's an elf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say her name while we were watching the movie.
Liv Tyler?
No, not her actual name. Her elf name. Aragorn
Squeeze. Man, we're bad nerds.
I don't remember.
Lothlorien. I remember that. That was the forest, right?
Yeah.
Hobbits. Gollum.
Gollum.
I wished for more art behind the scenes. So this would have made the movie better. Like, there was... So, I love the way the concept of the moon being like this station in this outskirts, but they could have done more with it. Like, going inside, it looked like a terminal, like a subway station.
Oh, it was.
Yeah, that's where they filmed it, like, for sure. But that's how the moon was.
Go to the moon and build a base, and none of that was on site.
Can't believe I have to be the one to tell you this, but no, Corey, it wasn't in the budget.
Technologies these days is insane.
Yeah. But then him going to Mars, like Mars was interesting. It's like a remote location, looks like a remote base, but there was an opportunity there to like make the insides like architecturally interesting, and they kind of. I didn't think so.
Where the light was going down on the kind of the wall, facing the sun, and they'd closed each shutter, and it kind of went. And then when she was walking back, you saw like interesting structures.
That was good. Could have even been cooler. I don't even know exactly how,
right?
But give it to a better concept artist. Maybe they would be more creative with that.
I was disappointed on the amount of space was on the moon base. Like,
yeah,
you're not gonna pump that much air into a giant warehouse, but you
Yeah.
you said, you're filming.
or even like bringing materials all the way to the moon.
Yeah.
Like you would want probably smaller buildings. And,
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
I thought that was a little far fetched, and those are the kind of details that I was like contrasting with Interstellar. Interstellar got those details.
Yes.
Very, very deliberate. They went to the next. They went Super Saiyan 2 on the details.
I agree.
Nice. Thanks for that addition.
Yeah.
Anyway, you want to move on to the better movie?
Well, no, I feel like. Would you recommend Ad Astra? I wouldn't recommend it to lots of people, but if you've got a subtle sense of like sci-fi and you like it, this is a great movie.
Absolutely.
I watched it twice. The second time was like I was
If you
up.
watch it with your girlfriend, she'll probably fall asleep.
Mine liked it.
That's masochistic.
Yeah, but I done trained her good. She likes movies. It took a while, but we got there. She tells me, she's like, "That's a cool action scene." I was like, "Yeah, there you go. You're getting it."
Trained her well.
Yeah. Yeah, we live in 1950 in our relationship.
Very dominant, very submissive, huh?
She likes it.
I hope so, because
I hope so too, dude. Sometimes I'm wondering.
You're like, calculate right now.
I'm like reflecting, like,
I'm not sure if I'm lying right now.
No, she just likes to be guided to, I choose a restaurant.
Remember that trend that was going around where girls would like be holding the hand of the cameraman on like Instagram, and they would go like do a bunch of like shots of where they're going.
Yeah,
that's reverse. You're the one leading her or pulling her along.
On we don't take
whatever
pictures.
Journey.
No, she's.
You don't want anyone to know you.
She's just really good about speaking up if she wants something, but she doesn't. She likes to be like a wallflower. Just kind of like stay on the side, and like we're in a group of people. I talk to people. Yeah. She likes to listen. She doesn't want the attention on her.
Right.
Like she kind of like freaks out when the attention's on her. She's like, "What do I do? I don't want this."
Me?
Yeah.
Don't talk about me.
Yeah.
I'm not interesting.
Yeah.
But she is.
No, she's super interesting.
Yeah.
But I think so. Okay. Let's do. What do you give it, and move on to.
Maybe we
Knives Out.
Yeah, maybe we'll do a separate Knives Out.
Yeah, let's talk about that one another time. Cause,
sure.
Yeah.
Sorry for leading you guys on. Hopefully,
yeah, whatever. They'll click to just like 1 second away. They'll just, okay, back and the next. Okay, got it. And that episode
the
will go better.
recommendations are already coming off the screen.
They're already
this
coming
is the
better.
outro. You don't care about what we're. You didn't even make it this far. I don't know why.
I don't even know why
do
we're.
we even have a flow or we don't need structure at all. We're just.
You want to do a breakdown? Let's do a mini like one. Well, first of all, let's give. I give this movie a 4 out of 5. What do you give it?
6 out of 10.
Okay, there we go. Moving on. What do you think about this episode? Do you think it went well? Do you think it's
little self-critique?
Yeah, just a quick one.
A little bit of introspection on the show.
Yeah,
what the fuck are we even called?
I feel like I have too many things where I just say stuff just to because I'm nervous and I feel the tension, but then it's not actually like
why are you
adding
tense,
to
bro?
it.
Relax, dude.
I was relaxed at the beginning.
Let's do some
Okay.
yoga.
All right, yoga. Here we go.
Stretch it out. Join us at home. Stand up.
All you fatties, get up. Come on, everyone.
Those are the only people that watch us, Michael. That was our last audience. Was the fatties.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. I need to loosen up a little bit.
I at one point you were talking and I literally felt myself like bouncing my leg because I was just like trying to make sure that I'm energizing myself that way.
Yeah.
And then I like literally felt my body relax.
Yeah.
But that's also because I had a long day like riding to work and I did a little bit of
You
workout.
rode your bike into work. That's crazy. You said as soon as you walked out from work to on the way home, it started raining. It's like
Yeah, that was unfortunate.
Fuck,
but
dude.
Welcome to Orlando.
Yeah.
It's gonna rain every day, every time I get out of work.
Yeah. Especially in springtime.
Yeah. But luckily I have a rain jacket and sometimes I don't have to take my bag, just get home. I don't care if I walk in the door sopping wet. What I don't want to do is walk into work sopping wet. That would be
because you gotta work all day and
quite miserable with soggy shoes and
Is
socks.
it cold in there?
To me, but I'm cold-blooded.
Yeah. Like a like a snake.
You were gonna say reptile and you were correct.
Yeah.
Reptiles are cold-blooded.
Okay. Like an alligator.
I'm not sure if alligator is cold-blooded, but they are reptiles.
Alligators are like dinosaurs, bro.
That is the most shower thought thing I've ever heard you say.
I mean, they kind of are. Like,
They absolutely are.
them and sharks. Not much has changed. Not a whole lot of innovation.
Those two species.
They
have
found what
remained the
worked
same.
and they're stuck with it.
Yep. Anytime you see something in the future, you see alligators and sharks.
Yep.
Still in the water.
Yep.
I mean, it's crazy. Like we know more about like the moon and space than we do about
Yeah.
20 miles deep into our
Our own oceans.
Ariana Trench.
Ariana Grande Trench. I think that's what it's called.
What is it called?
Mariana Trench.
Mariana. There it is. Oh, we should watch that movie where they go down into like the base of the ocean.
Yeah.
And that shit, like, they discover something down there. It has
There's the
Wonder
Meg,
Girl in it.
right? That came out.
No. Does it have Twilight Girl in it? Or Captain Marvel? I forgot who the lead actress is.
Brie Larson.
Is it Brie or is it
Brie's a cheese.
Brie's a what?
A cheese. And an actress.
That one's good.
All right. All right. We got there. We got one. We're not 0 for 100 here today. We're 1.
Michael got one on the point.
We got 1.
One on the board.
Yeah.
Your earlier question, what do I think about this episode? I love doing this stuff. I love riffing. I love the unstructured part of it. That's why
Makes
I'm
me
here.
happy to hear.
What?
That makes me happy to hear.
It takes a while for me to like sit the fuck down and start recording and but once the button comes on, you just kind of I just like force myself to be interesting and funny and interact and try not to sound like the idiot that I actually am. Give you guys some good tidbits, even if it's just a smile on your face that my job was done.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be thought provoking, but that's why you're here.
I started out so like I feel like the first couple episodes I gave it like the right thought and I gave like really in-depth look into movies and I still have that, but I feel like because we've been doing this a while, I just don't think the same way. I don't want to like talk over a list of points
Well, I think
to you.
if you do that, you start to become rigid in how you analyze a movie, and then videos end up being just the same thing, and you end up like hitting on the same points of like, oh, this has good or bad cinematography, this has good or bad directing, this has good or bad acting, this has a few main points of why I enjoyed this movie, and those you tend to like start to repeat yourself and get into we want a rhythm, but we don't want to be like redundant.
Yeah.
That's not the right word either.
Well, like, okay, so there's some rules that you can follow to making like good content, and we're breaking a lot of them by doing it our way. We're not focused on a main point.
And that's how everyone's successful.
Yeah, exactly. It's following the rules and following some of them, but then breaking a lot of them.
Rules are meant to be broken.
Yeah, like
Except the laws. Don't break the laws.
Don't break laws out there, unless you're smoking weed. You probably should. Like, it's barely a law.
Thank God no one's watching.
Yeah.
Because we don't do drugs in this household.
Legalize it.
Then we will.
Maybe. Might have a gummy bear or two. Maybe one day. Totally unrelated. I'm going to Colorado the end of the month. The end of next month.
April?
Yeah.
Can I come?
If you could fit in my bag. Actually, we're only taking one bag because we're flying Spirit.
Work or pleasure?
Not work. Pleasure.
Well, obviously, you eliminated one of the options. What are you doing in Colorado?
Seeing what there is to see. I heard it's a cool state.
Denver?
Denver, flying in. And then...
Still going to be cold in April.
Yep. Skiing or snowboarding one day.
You ski or snowboard?
I snowboard. Yep.
Have you ever skied?
No.
Never.
I don't snowboard enough, so I'm going to stick with that one.
Gotcha.
One day, maybe. Then I want to go to national parks.
Yeah.
And go around Denver. And
Colorado Springs.
Yep. We'll rent a car. We'll have a good time.
Check out Mile High Stadium.
Maybe.
Give me some souvenirs.
If you want it.
No. Broncos suck.
I'll buy you. Okay, but let me finish with my thought with the breaking the rules. Like, we have first of all, the movie titles are mostly the titles of our show is mostly movie titles. And so if people haven't seen the movie, they know we're going to spoil it, or they don't want it spoiled, but they think it's going to be like a review.
There's a nice little button right next to the video that says watch later.
Yeah, but
Add to list.
But we're already detracted. Like, if we wanted to do this right, we would go check out we make it 10 minutes, 30 seconds long. We would say, check out this. And we'd have jump cuts. It would be silly. We would be crazy. But that's if we wanted to do it that way, and we just don't.
We gotta do 10%. We gotta do 90% less of what we just did.
And I like getting on this mic, just talking with you, and it's a good time, and
Yep.
I'll actually do it.
Yep.
And I hope other people.
I think we'll
like
look back on this. It'll be a very, very valuable learning skill.
Sure.
And we will be able to look back and see our progress and learn from the mistakes and continue with the successes that we saw. Eventually, we're gonna hit a video that has more than 30 views, and we'll take that as
I'm gonna see what works with that one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
It's probably gonna be like a
Go back and
20-minute
analyze that.
popular movie.
I think it's easier for us to analyze uncut 3-hour videos than it would be for us to be like, oh, why did this 10-minute video hit but this other one didn't, and they're both the same length,
I'm sure it'll be very obvious. It'll be like, oh, people like that, or it was funny, or
Yeah, Corey was great in that one. He was magnetic.
got a haircut. His teeth were shining.
Speaking of haircut, all right, we good? I'm
Yeah,
just
let's.
kidding.
Yeah, you want to get out of here?
I'm just kidding. No. Anything else you want to talk about? You want to talk about like maybe some philosophy, like no, I'm just kidding. Good outro. Thanks for if you're still watching, make sure you send that comment so you can get this.
Send a comment. Seriously, like, because we're a small channel. We want to talk with you.
Origins, such a good game.
Origins, so good.
We're gonna have our link for our Instagram and our Twitter and our TikTok pages and our eventual website. So look forward to all of our projects coming soon. We'll have a Patreon up soon with our bloopers and maybe a few
Don't say stuff we haven't done yet, but
nipple-y pictures in there.
Whoa.
For the ladies.
Dude, we should get you an OnlyFans account.
Oh, what is that?
OnlyFans is like paid content for naked ladies on the internet.
Well, I don't fit that description then, so how would I get
Well,
one?
I'm sure we could bend some rules and get you on there. I'm sure there's a lot of gentlemen that participate in that website, giving and receiving of cash. How is this not prostitution? Just how is it like? Anyway,
Rules are meant to be broken.
yeah,
Someday it won't be illegal.
prostitution or
Prostitution.
yeah. One day we're just gonna be like, oh, we don't care about that old stuff.
Yeah. I like the trend that society is going. We're caring less about
Do you think we're losing morals though?
yes and no.
I think people are like better than ever somehow.
Yes.
Like people are pretty
That's because we're more intelligent.
positive.
We don't just listen to someone preach at a pulpit and
Yeah.
take whatever they say as the highest authority and don't read the information that we're given. And
Definitely. Yeah. Yeah.
the age of technology and knowledge is upon us, so people can educate themselves and make better or more rational decisions. Sometimes they don't.
Sure. Yeah.
There's also the converse of that is now you can really fuck up your life a lot easier, but
Because you go on a public forum and say some dumb shit.
yeah, end your whole career on a case and point.
Dude, what if we like mess up bad and just regret doing this? Like, oh, I shouldn't have released that. I shouldn't have put it out there. You can't
Luckily,
think that
there's
way.
a little delete button.
Yeah, what if it already gets out there?
If anyone tries to find it, it's gone. If someone has recordings of us on the dark web, dude, we've made it. I consider that a success.
We win. Hey, why do you like movies so much?
Because they're thought-provoking and usually visually, I like movies that are
The visual component.
visual, that have good visuals.
Because it's art.
And that doesn't necessarily have to mean like Michael Bay or
No.
Zack Snyder or Cameron. What's his name?
David Cameron
Nope.
that's a prime minister from a couple years ago. James Cameron.
James Cameron. Doesn't have to be that necessarily like that caliber. It can just be the cinematography or a well choreographed fight in John Wick. Or a Korean film like Parasite.
Best Picture.
2020. 2019, sorry.
Yeah, dude. I love that there's just an infinite amount, and it's consumable. Because it's not a TV series where I almost have to watch for weeks to get invested. It's just one and done. Like tonight, if I wanted to, I could just pop on a movie, chill out, and
I like one of my favorite things is when I go to the theater and I get almost completely absorbed into the world, and then the movie ends and it's disappointing. All right, now I have to go back to like regular life. Like that's why I loved Endgame, because I was like in the theater with the energy that was in there.
Sure.
And then you see everything that happens, you have the hype, and then as soon as it's over, you're like, oh man, I guess I got to go back home and play some video games or something.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
And it's just, there's so much good about it. It's like acting sometimes really like brings out emotions. You just get looks in actors' eyes, and it's just so like powerful. You're almost like connecting. It's like, oh, that's humanity.
There's just so much possibility.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I love rewatching movies. I mean, a movie I've seen
That's something
2 or 3 times.
We defer on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Differ.
Defer.
We defer? I defer it to you. Defer it, my tax deferred. Differ. Syphilis. AIDS.
What does that have to do with it?
Coronavirus.
Yikes, I need to order some Japanese masks.
Quarantine. Italy.
Have you ever seen the movie Contagion?
I have seen 28 Days Later.
Have you ever seen
I've not seen Contagion.
Contagion?
That's my way of saying no.
We should watch that movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dude, I love that almost anything we can choose and watch, I'll be like that one? Yeah? Cool. All right. And it's just gives us something to talk about. Like
Gwyneth Paltrow, Sherlock Holmes played Watson. What's his name?
Sherlock Holmes, is that British guy, right?
Yeah.
I don't know, but he's in like everything.
Yeah, he's got a quite
he's got a, what do they call it? An IMDb page. Something they call it, but
a repertoire.
Repertoire.
He's got a good repertoire of movies. Anyway, it's relevant to Contagion, or relevant to coronavirus. So
yeah, 28 Days Later was like underwhelming. I'm sure it was good at the time. It's got your guy in it, the Scarecrow.
My guy.
Yeah, what's his name? You like that actor?
Yeah, I can never remember.
From Inception.
No.
Did you know that
From Inception?
Macaulay Culkin is 40 years old?
40?
40!
I don't think he's 40.
He's 40.
I don't think so.
Give it a goog.
Did you listen to their episode today?
Nah. Macaulay Culkin. From the kid actor from
Home Alone.
Home Alone. Home Alone 2. And Home Alone... No, he wasn't in Home Alone 3.
Nope.
They got a different kid.
Yep.
Everyone hated him.
Hated is a strong word.
Yeah.
But it's just that didn't have the same
It's like
magic.
funny to say hyperbole. Like stuff I don't even mean.
Only to you.
I like movies, but you know, I actually like books more.
Most people do.
But movies are digestible, and I think that's an appeal. That
Yeah, you can power through a movie in 2 hours versus a book.
I could do a podcast on how much I love podcasts.
That was Inception, dude.
I could definitely do that.
You should do that.
Yeah.
Look forward to episode 9.
Yeah.
The next episode. We don't have numbers anymore.
We'll see. We might do it for archive purposes.
Yeah. Throw it on your own personal channel instead of our channel.
Yeah. We'll see. I've got nothing else to say.
Neither. Just fill in the dead air. Continuing the conversation that you keep perpetuating. Hit us on the social media, guys. Thanks for tuning in. If you made it this far, you're a
Love you.
gentleman and a scholar, or
Or you're Corey's mom.
anal.